What's up guys, welcome to a new video on the channel. Today I'm going to do something different. As the PlayStation 4 era is coming to an end and next month we're like a month away from the PS5 launch, I decided to do my top 10 PS4 exclusive games. So I just want to, for disclaimer, there may be some spoilers while I'm talking about the games. Nothing big, but they might have, maybe, some spoilers. And I just want to specify that this is my opinion only. This is not a paid video. Nobody's paying me for this list. This is just my opinion. If you guys agree with me, cool. If you guys don't agree with me, cool. All of you have the right of your opinion, as do I, so this is mine. And I just want to say this, so let's start with the list. Okay, so these are the games I played on the PS4, the PS4 exclusives that I played. I play some others, but I'm not including them because they were remasters, like The Last of Us remasters or God of War 3 remaster. So those games, okay, they were from the PS3 era, they were remastered to the PS4, but these are only PS4 exclusives. And I know there are a lot more games, but I only play these ones. I think they're kinda half the games that are out for the PS4 exclusives. But yeah, this is where I played: Uncharted Lost Legacy, Uncharted 4, Detroit Become, Days Gone, The Order 1886, God of War, Till Dawn, Ghost of Tsushima, Driver Club, Horizon Zero Dawn, Infamous First Light, Bloodborne, Infamous Second Son, Marvel Spider-Man, Last of Us Part 2, Gran Turismo Sport, and Death Stranding. These are the 17 games, 17 PS4 exclusives I played. Again, they're not in any order at this point. This is just the games I played. From here, I'm going to select my 10 favorite games in order. Wasn't easy to do. There are pretty good games. I'm sure there'll be games that are not going to do the list and you guys won't understand why, but maybe I can do a little explaining at the end. We'll see how it goes. You guys know I always go with the flow. I don't prepare these things. Let me just take a little sip. Coffee. It's too early, man. Okay, so this is the screen. Let's start. Number 10 with Uncharted Lost Legacy. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I'm going to was going to include this game in the list or not, but I decided to because I really have fun with it. I enjoy all the Uncharted games. At first, when they announced the Lost Legacy, it was like in DLC, where you play as Chloe for Uncharted 4, and I was, yeah, I can feel it. Let's do it, DLC, pretty cool. Then they told us there was going to be a full game as you play as Chloe, and there's Nadine also, and I was like, an Uncharted game without Nathan Drake, without our Nolan. But it was a great game. The same engine that they do the Uncharted 4, amazing graphics. The story was pretty cool. I really like that, for those who play the game, that middle section. There's like kind of an open world where you can explore a little bit, find some treasures. Yeah, pretty cool. I think they proved that if they want to, they can make more Uncharted games without Nathan Drake being on that, and I really hope I do. I would love to see a game with Sam and what was his name? Okay, I don't remember the other dude's name. I was going to say but yeah, a game with Sam. I would love to see that. And yeah, Uncharted Lost Legacy. Let's go to number 9, where I got Horizon Zero Dawn. This is a really cool game. It's only at number 9 because I really have a hard time getting into it. I remember like I bought the game, I played like 3-4 hours, and I just put it aside and only play again like a year later, if I'm not mistaken. And I only returned to it because it's an open world, an amazing open world with post-apocalyptic scenario, ruins of the old civilization, and giant robots as animals. That's everything that I like. I was thinking for myself, there's no reason for me not to like that game. So I get back into it and I enjoy it a lot. I really like the game. I think the fact that I didn't connect with it at the beginning was, I don't know, it's a little bit slow paced the first like 5 hours, but then the story keeps pulling on. It's going at a faster pace. You're going to find out more things, know some people, go to the ruins, you start connecting the dots and seeing all the picture, what really happened, and it's a very interesting story. I'm very happy to know there's going to be another one. The end of the game, for those who play it, it hints for a sequel. I'm really glad it's going to be on PS5. One of the games I'm going to play, no doubt. Starting on to number 8, Until Dawn. This one I played like last year, I think. I was like a late bloomer on this one because when I saw it, it kinda reminded me of that stupid B movies, teenage horror, stupid fucking shit movies that, I don't know, they play on TV like the Sundays afternoon, like family hours, I don't know. It didn't really get to me. Then PlayStation Plus, man. I got it on PlayStation Plus and what the hell, let's go try it. And I enjoy the game a lot. I play it like 5-6 times at this point. I have almost every ending, from killing everyone to almost saving everyone. I think the best I did was only letting one die, but I really enjoy the game, and I'm really enjoying the games they released after, with The Man of Medan and now Little Hope, I think, the new one of the anthology. But yeah, very cool game for those who like horror. Very cool. Has a little twist plot, some supernatural. It's weird, man. At the beginning it seems like a supernatural thing, then seems like a kind of prank horror thing, then it seems normal horror. Alright, it's very cool. I really enjoy it. I play it a lot. And if you guys haven't tried and like horror games, give it a go. Number 7, The Order 1886. I said 18 or 80. I want to say 80s. 1886. I was getting messed up. You may not believe it. This is one of the first games of the PS4. It came out in 2014. 2014. I'm not really sure, but I know it's one of the first games of the PS4, and I only played this game this year in the summer. I always was curious, but what took me away was the fact that all the media, everybody that made reviews of the game, said the game, the story wasn't that interesting, or the game was too small, or this or that. Always down reviewed the game, and I was always like, man, Victorian London, it seems awesome. Werewolves, vampires, I don't know, it seems very the things I like. I'm very fond of the god culture, everything London, everything Victorian times, everything werewolves, vampires. Very fond of that gold culture. I really like it, and I wasn't that thing where everybody talks bad about the game, but the game seemed really awesome. And then this year, again, PlayStation promotions, I bought it like for €5 or something and give it a go. And man, the only thing I hate about this game is the fact there's not gonna be a sequel. That's from what I read, the studio collapsed and closed. I don't know if anybody had the rights of the game, but anybody has, please do the sequel of the game because I enjoyed it a lot, man. Okay, the game was short, like 5 hours. I played in the afternoon. After lunch, I sat on my couch, play it, and before dinner. But the graphics are incredible, the scenario, the gameplay is very good. I really like the story. It was taken to places I didn't realize and I didn't know it went. I really enjoy it. And it hurts me a little bit to have it in number 7, but man, you all know, man, PlayStation 4 exclusives killed it this year. They were very, very good exclusives since the beginning. So yeah, it has to be in number 6, man. It has to be. But hey, moving on, number 7. We're going to number 6 now, with Kojima's production, Death Stranding. Okay, this one, I know it's a hard one. A lot of you are going to say this is a walking simulator, you don't understand why this game is in here and everything, but hey, I really, really enjoy it. I always enjoyed the work of Hideo Kojima. I never play a lot of Uncharted, and I really want to change that. I played Uncharted 2, I think it was my first game on the PlayStation 2, and I think I never played I played a little bit, but I never get into Metal Gear on the PlayStation 1 or the other Metal Gears. I play a little bit of Ground Zero, and I don't know, I never connected really good with the games, but I know they're incredible games, and I appreciate a very big fan of Hideo Kojima, although I never played these games properly, and Death Stranding is the proof of this. I really enjoy the game, man. The plot is crazy as balls, man, but in the end, I remember playing the game and looking to my clock and okay, it's almost midnight, tomorrow I have to go to work. But you know when you have that feeling that, okay, I'm almost at the end of the game, like an hour top. And I play it, and it was kind of an hour top. And then enters that Kojima thing that always read but never, never lived it. That is that giant cutscenes in games. Man, in the end game, after you conclude the game, there's a cutscene, and you play a little more, and that's another giant cutscene, and then I'm on the beach not knowing what I'm doing. And when I say a giant cutscene before, it's like an hour of a cutscene. And then I'm at the beach, I don't know what I'm doing, can't do anything, and somehow I activate another cutscene, another like 20-30 minutes cutscene, and then I have to go back to the beginning of the map again, traversal everything, and then another, like, I don't know. The thing I know that there was, I don't know, 4 a.m. when I really finished. I start seeing I end the credits and the post-credit scenes and everything, and it was 4 a.m. and I was thinking, God damn it, Kojima. I thought I was going to bed 1 a.m. max, and it was 4 a.m. and I was still with my controller. God damn it. But it's a game I really enjoy it. You complete the game, I don't know, I feel like fulfilled of the game. I really enjoy you have some boring parts, some parts you have to grind a little bit to go by. There's a part on the mountains when, I think it's the part where most people stop playing the game. That part is too much. The pace of the game has a good pacing till that point. When you get to that point, it's like the pacing of the game stops for like 5 or 6 hours and then picks up again. But if you struggle through, it's worth it. It's really worth it, and I really enjoyed the community aspect of the game. The thing, you don't see other players, but you see what they left behind, from a ladder, a road, a bridge, a stretch of road, those things with the slides, I don't recall what they call. Every traversal that you build on your game will appear in the other people's game. And that's amazing, because I started playing the game in day 1, and god, for you to walk like 1 kilometer was horrible. You take like 1 hour or more. And at the end of the game, I traversed all the map from one side to the other, from the end side to the beginning point of the game, like in 20 minutes. And that was insane, because there were almost roads. I was on my bike, I almost went in a highway through all the level. It was incredible. I found that I really loved the thing that there was people that was playing ahead of me, others behind me. I like the thing that going to a certain point and there's a ladder already, and I can't climb this. And I'm going to decide to leave a rope, and that rope is going to help other people. And the things of gathering material, man. One was a point that, okay, I only have a ladder over this river. I'm going to leave it here for someone that comes behind who may not have a ladder, can traverse the river, no problem. But with continuous gaming, right, you want to unlock new skills and build new things, and you can build bridges or by yourself, or you can leave the post of the foundation, and everybody that goes through there can leave some materials to help build the bridge. And when I came back, where that the ladder was still there, but that was a fucking bridge. Man, amazing, really. The game, it's a vivid experience. It's it's an experience, man. It's a very cryptic and, man, I don't have words. I don't know how to explain the game, but the game is phenomenal. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's one on a lifetime. There's never going to be a game like this. Even if it does Death Stranding 2, I think it's never going to have the same this one have. Because it's going to be more of the same or a little bit different, but it's never going to hit like this one did. And the fact that this game is not on the top 5 is purely because I'm never going to play it again. Yeah, simple as that. I like to going back to games I finished already, replaying them. This year I did a lot of that. This was like a nostalgic year where I played the 3 first God of Wars. I replayed the 4 Devil May Cry's. I replayed the 4 Batman Arkham games. I replayed Uncharted 4. I replayed The Last of Us Remastered. I replay a lot of games, but Death Stranding is a game I know I'm not going to replay it again, because if I play it, most likely I'm not going to finish it, and it's not going to be that experience that was when I first played it. And that's one of the reasons there. And number 6, but yeah, let's move on. Top 5. Started off Uncharted 4. Man, this game is amazing. I played this game like 5 times at this point. I really enjoy this game, man. Naughty Dog really knows how to do a game. They have great graphics. This game came out like 5 years ago? 4 to 5 years ago, and the graphics are still amazing for today's standards. The graphics are really insane. I really enjoy all the Uncharted games. Again, the Uncharted collection, the Nathan Drake collection. Not here because there are PS3 exclusives that were remastered for the PS4, so they don't count. But if I was including that type of games, the Nathan Drake collection is going to be in the top 5. The games are incredible, I really love the gameplay. A lot of people gave them the old shit because you have a dude like Indiana Jones in one scene, and the next scene you're slaughtering through an army. But man, it's a video game, that's the gameplay. It is only puzzle, only discovery. It wasn't be a game as is. Man, if any of you never played the Uncharted games, play them, but don't start with 4. Play 1. 1 is going to be tough because 1, God, that's like 10 years old, 12 years old. The graphics are not bad, a little rough, but not bad for today's standard. The gameplay is... Uncharted 2 started the good gameplay, but play them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the Lost Legacy. I know there's another one for the PSP or PS Vita, I'm not sure, but I never played that one, but I should play. Should be interesting. Moving on. Number 4. Marvel Spider-Man. This game used to be in the top 3. Till last week it was on the top 3. This game is incredible, man. Again, I was a little bit skeptic because superhero games, the big majority of these games are shit. The gameplay is awful, the story, the characters. There was a good Spider-Man game on the PlayStation 2, and there was a Spider-Man 2 movie game. Really good game. And that's it. I think until the Arkham series, the Batman Arkham series, there were never really good games of superheroes, and Marvel Spider-Man, you can see that takes a little bit. The mechanics of the fights are very identical of the Arkham series. They take a lot of it, and it's a good thing because it's a good fighting mechanics for this kind of game. It's kinda a middle ground in an action game and beat 'em up. Very good. The open world is amazing. New York, it's incredible. It's so much fun. The open world, it's big. It's not that giant thing like an Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but it's a big open world. You have fast travel. I use a couple times the fast travel, that saying that, okay, I only have like half an hour to play, I want to do some secondary stuff, so I fast travel just to check time. But in those situations where I sit and okay, I have this afternoon or this night to play, I never use fast travel because it's so much fun. Traveling with web swinging through New York. Man, I really enjoy it. The game is awesome. And it's a game, I still didn't replay it because I saw the first announcement of the PS5 with the Miles Morales came in at launch, and then I thought, okay, since PS4 are going to be compatible on the PS5, I'm going to wait for the PS5 to come out. I'm going to play Marvel Spider-Man on the PS5 because they have announced there was going to be that PS5 boost, like there was the PS4 Pro boost. Not going to change a lot, but it's going to run a little bit better, maybe more FPS, maybe a little bit more graphics, better resolution. Okay, I'm going to play it on the PS5 and then Miles Morales, and I'm blown away knowing that there's a Spider-Man remaster. For those who bought the Gold Edition of Miles Morales, or Special Edition or whatever, I have that, so I'm going to replay this game on the PS5 at launch. And man, cannot wait. Moving on, top 3. Number 3, Ghost of Tsushima. This is the game that took away the number 3 from Spider-Man. I started playing this game last week. and man, I'm obsessed with it. I have played it non-stop every day. I think I'm almost at the end of it. At last, it feels like I'm almost at the end of it. And man, the graphics are incredible. The scenario, the light, the gameplay, the way you fight. Damn, this game is so good, man. I'm really obsessed with it. I'm not because I really know I'm obsessed with the game when not only doing the story missions and then maybe here or then do a secondary. No, I'm doing everything. I'm literally doing everything, collecting everything, exploring the world. Yesterday night I played like 3 hours. I didn't do one single mission. I was only traversing the open world, finding secret stuff, finding fox to fox, following fox to fox lands, following birds, seeing smoke and going watch what's over there. Man, this game is incredible. I always liked the samurai lore and all that stuff, but I never thought I really needed or wanted a game like this until I play it. And I must say, man, this game is incredible. This game, it's a game to be in #1, but again, PlayStation 4 had some amazing exclusives this year, and that's the reason why it's #3. Because this game, man, just incredible. I think I like the photo mode, and I think I never used the photo mode so much. I play like take a picture like 10 in 10 minutes. I'm always pressing the button to open photo mode, messing around with the depth of focus and colors and everything. I don't have words. This game really stunned me. And for Sucker Punch, I know these guys are good games. I love the Infamous series of them. And Infamous Second Son was a game I really enjoy. It doesn't make the cut. Because again, they're so incredible games. Ghost of Tsushima. I'm going to finish this game. Probably this week. Next month, PlayStation 5 is coming out. And I think I'm going to replay it again on the PlayStation 5 with a PS5 boost. I don't know if there's going to be an upgrade patch for making an official game of the PS5 or not. I really hope so, because I would love to see this game with ray tracing. It should be something marvelous. But well, top 2. At this point, all of you know which 2 games are going to be in top 2. I have God of War, The Last of Us Part 2. Some of you will agree with me, as most of you are going to be pissed at this point because, yeah, got God of War at 2nd place. Let me explain. I love God of War. I already played this game 2 times. And again, I know this game is going to work on the PlayStation 5. I'm not sure if there's going to be a patch for make it a PS5 game, or if it's only going to work with a PS5 boost. Either ways, I'm going to replay it again on the PS5. At the time, I'm going to see there's not a date yet for God of War Ragnarok, but I want to play it just in time to when Ragnarok comes out. I start playing that and play it continuously. And I mean, it's just amazing. It's such a different game from what God of War was, the original trilogy and the other 2 spin-offs of the PSP and PS Vita. And there's another one, Accent. but it's so amazing seeing that dude that full of rage that destroys everything, now being a father, trying to control his rage, trying to live his life, but trouble goes after him. Where he goes, trouble goes, and he has to go to his old ways, to his old habits, and just butcher everyone. Man, the story is the best story of all, And I will say this is the best God of War of all. I love the first trilogy, I love God of War 3, I love God of War 1, man, I love God of War 2, but this one is amazing. Cory Barlow, you did an amazing work with this one. I'm fucking thrilled to play the next one. I can't see the time to come out. And as you might guess, number 1, The Last of Us Part 2. And I know this game was very divisive in the community. Some people like it, some people hated it, some people unfortunately was spoiled of something big. Fortunately, I wasn't exposed to that. I managed to avoid that spoiler, so when it happens, it really shocked me. I'm not going to say what it is because it was a really big spoiler and I know people still didn't play it. At this point, I think everybody knows what it is. I'm not going to say it because it messed with my mind, that shit. Honestly, I was playing the game and when it happens, I put my controller on the table and went to YouTube, watched some videos because I didn't know how to deal with it. I was kinda expecting something like that to happen, but not at that point and not the way that it happened. Man, it was really messed up. And then the fact that when you think you're reaching the end game and you come to the end game and the game goes again 3 days back, and I was thinking, okay, 3 days ago was when I arrived to Seattle with Ellie, so I'm going to, that wasn't making too much sense to me since I played day 1 in Seattle with Ellie, day 2, day 3. 3 days ago is when I arrived to Seattle. See, I saw everything. What is happening? Then I'm playing as Abby, as the villain. I said there may be spoilers at the beginning. And I was, okay, we already played with her at the beginning. That led to what it led. that helped to the shock. Okay, now I'm going to play a little bit with her. And you start playing. And you're always with that thing with that feeling of, okay, look a little bit, I want to go back to Ellie. Okay, this is still going, but I want to go back to Ellie. Fuck, this is still going. Let me go back to Ellie. I want to see what's going to happen when that point where it stopped at the end game. And when you realize you're playing again Seattle day 1, Seattle day 2, Seattle day 3. You play around 10 hours with Ellie. After playing around 10 hours, you play 10 hours with Abby. After you play 10 hours with Ellie. So you begin the game alternating between Ellie and Abby until it happens. And then you play like 10 hours with Ellie through Seattle, tracking down Abby. And at the end, Abby is who found you. And then you go back to day 1 on Seattle. You replay that 3 games from Abby's perspective. And that, it's mind-blowing and devastating. Because you know what Abby did. You're not supposed to like Abby for what she did. All the game, I was fueled with, I want to kill her. That, what she did didn't deserve mercy. And the game, and Neil Druckmann, a fucking genius, man, with this. You need to have balls of steel to do what you did in this game. Well done. Because I'm obliged to play with her for 10 hours and see that she's a human too. She's not really a villain. You get to a point where you understand why she did what she did. you really don't forgive her, but you kinda understand. And there's a point like, man, you just don't want to kill her. And when you get to the end game again, you get there the second time playing as Abby, and you play the final confrontation. I say final because you later know it's not the final. You're playing as Abby against Ellie. And that shit messed my mind so bad, but so bad, because although the last 10 hours I spent with Abby, I kinda see her humane part, how she's changed as a character. I saw her motives. I don't agree with them and what she did, but I kinda understand. And then you're obligated to play as her against Ellie. That brings back that feeling, but I don't want Ellie to die. I don't want to do anything with Ellie. Ellie is that character that comes from the first game. Well, this is so messed up, and then it ends. At least you think it ends. And okay, they two live, they two get it out. Not the best of endings, but hey. But then Ellie, with her nightmares and night terrors, and Tommy come back, and she goes again after her, and it's really messed up what happened to Abby at the end. When you find her and see what happened to her during that period, I don't remember how much time it was. It's really messed up, and still Ellie still wants to fight her and have her revenge, but at that point you're again like, okay, you're controlling Ellie, you want to win the fight because you don't want anything to happen to Ellie, but at the same time you don't want to do anything to Abby. Man, it's so messed up, the game, but so good, and the ending is so heartbreaking, even more heartbreaking than the ending of the first one. God damn you, Neil Druckmann. Man, incredible. I really hope you do Last of Us Part 3, but if you don't, I'm still going to be happy with what we have. It's an amazing tale, even if you don't go further with it, because honestly I don't know how, but again, at the end of the first game I was feeling the same. I really hope there is going to be a part 2. I don't know how, and if there never is going to be a part 2, part 1, yes, we're feeling, and part 2 is the same thing. I hope for a part 3, but if you're not going to do a part 3, fine for me, man. The game is amazing. It was like, again, fulfilling. I like this type of endings you do in games where everybody hopes for a continuation, but if there's not going to be a continuation, it's fine because the game is fulfilling and incredible. And there was never a game I played that made me feel so many emotions, from those moments of laughter and joy to anger, to hate, to forgiveness, to even repulsive. Amazing work, and this is why The Last of Us Part 2 has to be in the first place of my list, because for me The Last of Us was one of my favorite games of all time. The Last of Us Part 2 conquers that position that The Last of Us, the first one, had. Amazing games. And I don't know what else to say. So yeah, I'm going to end here the video. This is my pick of the top, for my opinion, from the 17 PlayStation 4 exclusives that I play. I know there are like 30 games, but okay, I only played this one. What do you want from me? From the games I played, for me, this is the top 10. I know you guys must be wondering, hey, why Days Gone not there? Hey, why Bloodborne is not there? Or Detroit Become Human? Honestly, Detroit Became Human. I didn't connect a lot with the game, with the story. I never finished it because I got bored. The game is good. I love the previous games they did, but I don't know. This one didn't connect a lot with me. Bloodborne is an amazing game, amazing graphics, typical strange story from a Front Software game. But honestly, at this point of my life, where I spend most of my days at work, I don't have time to play as I used to. I play like an hour or two a day. If I'm on vacations, okay, I have more time on. But if I'm not on vacations, most of the days I don't have time to play. And even in my days off, I don't know, sometimes I spend like 2-3 weeks without turning on my PlayStation. So although I enjoy that type of games, I finished the first Dark Souls. The second Dark Souls I never finished it because it's bullshit, the game, compared to the first one. The first one is hard but fair. I don't think the second one is fair because of the hitbox. The way the hitbox works, I don't think it's fair, but okay, that's another discussion, not for you. So Bloodborne, it's a cool game, but it's a game that needs a learning curve, a really hard learning curve, and you just have to get good from this type of games, like they say, and for that you need to play and play consistently. You cannot play, turn on Bloodborne. I play like an hour today, and 3 weeks from now I play another hour. I'm not going to manage to leave the point at the game where I am, so I stopped playing it because I enjoy the game, but I don't have the time to really play it, and that's one of the reasons I never tried Dark Souls 3. I enjoy that type of games. I just really don't have the time for that. So I'm more turned for this type of games with good stories and action, good gameplay. That's it. Days Gone. The reason Days Gone is there because the game play like 5 hours, and that first 5 hours I play like 5 hours max. And the game is like, go to this camp, talk to that boy, do something for them, for they to give you this, for you to go over there to upgrade your bike, so you can go over there to do something for that dude that's going to leave you there. And man, the open world is interesting, is a post-apocalyptic scenery, and it's cool. The graphics are good. The horde of freakers are cool. Fighting against them, it's really stress-inducing at moments. Every encounter with freakers is stress-inducing if there are more than 10 at the same time. But the pace of the game, during the 5 hours I played, the pace of the game is non-existent. There's no progression on any of the arcs. And during that 5 I discovered there were like 4 arcs or 5 arcs, story arcs, and none of them progress anything. From what I read, after the 5-6 hours mark, the pace starts to accelerate, but accelerate a slow pass. The pacing only gets to a good point per se after the 10-hour mark. And man, I left the game behind. I never played it again. Like, the game came out like a year and a half ago, April last year if I'm not mistaken. I never played it again, and that's why it's not on this list. But I want to play it. I really want to. Again, maybe I'm waiting for the PlayStation 5. Since it's an exclusive, maybe it's going to have the boost or some patch and say I'm going to wait and play. I'm going to play it only on the PlayStation 5 again. The thing is, at that point, I was a little bit burned out with open world games because I just finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I really enjoyed it, I really loved that game, but I had like 150 hours on that game. I think I never put so many hours on a single player game like in this one. So it kind of burns me a little bit, and I was a little bit tired of that. And then I discovered that Days Gone, just like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, okay, you have the main story arc, but you end it and it's not fulfilling to end that arc. The only way you will feel fulfilled about the game and really understand and see the end of the game is completing all the arcs. And for that, we're talking about another game that goes almost for 50 hours. Okay, it's a lot less than Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but I'm an Assassin's Creed fan. I'm obsessed with that types of game. I'm another one that I have for PS5 launch, Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And yeah, I was a little bit burnt out with open worlds, and open worlds, post-apocalyptic open worlds. I played so many of these games, I was a little bit tired of them, and the fact that the pace was so slow and had to grind until 10 hours game to see something really happen or discover something, and there's so many arcs. And yeah, I want to replay the game. Probably I'm going to start from the beginning because I don't even remember what happened or what point I am, but yeah, it kind of bummed me a little bit repetitive. Same, it was within 5 hours. It seemed like I was always doing the same thing, so I stopped. But I want to play it again, and maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll put it on the list. Maybe not. Who knows? And yeah, this time I'm going to end the video. I think enough is enough. This video has been going for almost 1 hour. Holy shit, I thought this was like a 10-minute video. It's like I'm babbling. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm not sure, but maybe I'm going to do another one with my pick of the top 10 of the generation. And I say of the generation because you guys know I mostly play consoles, but probably is going to be like an Xbox game in there, or a Switch game, or a PC game. It's going to be a list of my top 10 since 2013, when the generation started, until 2020 that it ended. I'm not sure. Maybe I will, maybe I'm not. Who knows? Nobody. But hey, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay cruel.